Hey guys, Spencer Sutton here, and it's a early Sunday morning, but I was reading in First Thessalonians, and I just wanted to share some thoughts with you on why Christian men, stay trapped in pornography. And so I was just reading this passage. First Thessalonians 5:5 says, "For you are all children of light, children of the day. We are not of the night or of the darkness." And then it made me think of 1 John 1:5 that says, part of that passage is God is light. And so there's this thought of walking in the light, exposing things to the light versus walking in darkness. Because he says we're children of the light and of the day, and we're not children of the night or of the darkness. And so it just kind of made me think, one of the biggest reasons that men stay trapped in pornography, Christian men stay trapped in pornography, is that they believe the lies that they tell themselves in their head. And what's really interesting is these lies, coupled with like the chemicals that our brains release, so our brains want to believe the lies because they want a shot of dopamine. So there's a chemical reaction going on in your brain every time you start telling yourselves lies that lead you to looking at pornography. And so I was just kind of jotting down, what are some of the lies that we tell ourselves that we really want to believe in order to get that shot of dopamine. And so some of the lies are, hey, I had a good day, let's celebrate. Had a bad day, you deserve this. Stressed and overwhelmed, you need a break. Bored, you need something to pass the time. Can't sleep, this will help. Rejected again, this will never reject me. So those are lies that we tell ourselves, stories in our heads, and all of those lies do is they allow us to bypass this bypass the guards, the safeguards the boundaries God's given us to protect our sexual purity. And so once we start believing these lies, we take this path and we do this over and over and over again. And so one of the biggest, how does this relate to the passage that I was reading? Well, one of the keys to, for a believer, a Christian man, to break free from this addiction of pornography is to start to examine your lies, like drag these stories out into the light and asking questions. There's a lot of questions that you can ask, but one of the biggest ones is this story 100% true? Like, is this story true? And so when we examine that, so bad day, you deserve to feel better. Is that story 100% true? Yes, you may have had a bad day, but is this actually, and it may make you feel temporarily better, but is it best for you? So you start asking yourself these questions, you start pulling these stories out and examining them. And when we do that in the light, especially in the light of God's word, we can actually see them for what they are. And the temptation is, so what these stories are attempting to do is they're attempting to convince us that they're going to give us what we really want, but they don't. So what are some of the things that we really want? We really want acceptance, affirmation, significance. Like, these are things that we deeply desire. And what these stories do and what porn does is it offers a very temporary, a very counterfeit solution to those desires. And when you're done looking at pornography and masturbating, I know that it doesn't help you. It doesn't really help you at all. So if you want to be free from pornography, one of the biggest things that you can do as a believer is you can drag these stories out in the light and examine them. And just ask, is this going to give me what I really and truly want? Chances are they're not. Chances are they're just stories, they're lies, and your brain wants to convince you that they're true so that it can feel better, it can feel good. But anyway, so guys, I hope that's an encouragement to you. Drag your stories out of the light. I would encourage you, write them down and then write in your journal, are these stories true? Is this story true? What are the stories that I'm telling myself? All right, guys, talk to y'all later.